What's up, everybody? It's Indigon, and I'm here today with part 1 of 3 of my recent ANACS order unboxing. So today we're going to go only over 5 coins. So these first 2 are silver Washington quarters, and these 3 here are all Kennedy half dollars that are Cherrypicker's guide DDOs. So this first one here, and look at the reverse there. And full disclosure, I do know the grades on these. I did look, but I will kind of keep that a reveal for those interested in trying to grade these. So this coin I did not personally find. This one was actually found on Rob Finds Treasures live stream. I actually won it as one of the box battlers. This was one of 2 in the box, actually. It's a 1974 DDO, and I'll go ahead and turn on the microscope here so we can take a look at that. But first, graded AU 55. So pretty good grade for a circulated coin. It's probably about a $30 coin. Not a ton of value here in circulated grades, but I didn't have one in my collection, and now I do. And like I said, I'll show these at the end. Next up, we have the 1973 Denver FS101 DDO. So again, a little bit of circulation, little marks here and there on the right of the field. Overall, pretty coin, actually. This one I did find myself in circulation. You can see kind of those fine hairlines, a little bit of circulation wear. Overall, the hair looks good on it, though. 1973 Denver. And it came in also at AU 55. So, again, about a $30, $35 coin. Going on average, probably maybe a little less in ANACS plastic. But, again, not a ton of value. The right holder for the coin. And I do love ANACS for grading. So next up, we have the 1972 Denver, and this one's got some pretty good luster, actually. See the nice cartwheel there. Little tiny bit of circulation wear. Overall, really nice coin, actually. Got a little bit of circulation you can kind of see on it. A little bit of toning, maybe. Starting to build up, but overall, again, got some good luster. You see some luster still in the cheek. And this one came in at an AU 58. So this one's probably about a $50 coin. PCGS on their website listed at about an $80 coin in a AU 58, but this is not in a PCGS slab, and I'd still say it's probably around 50 bucks. Next up, we have one of the coins that I actually cracked out. So this is probably the second one I've ever cracked. And as you can see, it's a really nice coin. Very pretty. Nice S minted quarter. 1943. And before I reveal the grade on that, personally, I had this one graded around a 64. However, if you look on the cheek right there, you can kind of see that there is a little tiny bit of a wheel mark. So this was the slab that it cracked out of. PCGS had it labeled Unk Details with a wheel mark, but I noticed it was the DDO number 3. So I said, what the heck, I'm going to send it to ANACS, and they net graded it down to a 62, but gave it the variety, and I am super happy with that. So, like I said, this coin in just about every way is nicer than a 62, except for that wheel mark right there. Kind of see those parallel lines going across Washington's cheek, but it's very minor. It's very easy to miss. I missed it the first time. It's market acceptable in mine and apparently ANACS opinion, and that's why they put it in a 62. So again, I consider that one a win. Next up, we have a very low grade Washington quarter. The rim is starting to disappear, so it's starting to wear into the letters, which is usually typical of a VG8 or so. Still have decent wing detail, so starting to lose a little bit on the tip on the left side there, but the right side you actually still have defined feathers above and below the leaves. The obverse, again, 1934. Obverse is worn as well. A little bit stronger rim. The motto is actually all intact, and you can actually see the doubling right there. So it's a pretty strong double die. And this one, they did give it a VG8, but it is DDO number 4. So I'm gonna get the microscope moved in the way, and I will show these varieties on camera so we can see what we're looking at. All right, everybody. So as you can see, it's a little bit of glare because it is in a slab, but this is a really nice DDO. So see the notching right here on the top of the T, how it's kind of oblong. The R is oblong. The U is super thick there. You see a little bit of notching right there on the I and the N, a little bit on the bottom of the T. It is very, very similar to the FS 101 for the 1930s, the 1934, but it is not quite as dramatic. So these are the two we're looking at. This is the one I have, the DDO 8 right here, and the DDO number 1, which you can see full separation of that top bar of the T and the R. So it is a major, major variety, which is why that one is a Cherrypicker's Guide variety, and this one is not. But either way, I still wanted it slabbed. It's a beautiful, beautiful double die. If that's something you're into, and I am, then this is one that you really, really want to see. So there's the DDO number 4, 1934. Next up is the 1943S Washington quarter. So this one, you can kind of see right there in the E. See a little bit of doubling there and there. Right there on the inside. And this may look like machine doubling to a lot of you if you haven't looked at these a little bit. And it's hard to see in this slab. But there is actually, I have to adjust it a little bit. There's actually a tiny, tiny notch in that R. Really hard to see, but it is there. But all of those letters kind of have that outline to them. So it's a pretty DDO. That B is just really nice. You see it all the way on the I, on the L. Not really anything in the motto. But you do see a little tiny bit in the date. But again, it's mostly in Liberty, and that was why this one got slabbed in an ANACS holder. I really wanted the variety. I probably, with this one being no higher than a 64, I probably would have cracked it anyway. But you can see that's really clean field. Kind of see a little bit of the polish right there on for that wheel mark. Again, it's very, very light. You see it kind of shiny right there, but overall this is a clean coin other than that wheel mark. So again, they net graded it. I would much prefer to have this coin in a net graded slab with the variety than in a details holder like it was. So next up is the 1972 double die, and this one really jumps out at you. So you see the notching on the E, the R especially, the S. I mean, this one's just really nice double die. And it's not hard to find. Once you see it, you know you have it. It's actually a little bit rarer than these other two, which again is reflected in the price, but it's not quite as dramatic. So this the least impressive but most expensive, if that makes any sense. So this is the 73 Denver, and you can actually see a little notching in the date, believe it or not, right there. But you've got really nice doubling, full separation on this top serif of the S. The T shows it. It's in the U. I mean, it's just really nice. But the giveaway on this one really is the S. So look at that split right there. I mean, those are pretty well offset S's on that double die. So you can kind of see a little bit right there in the 9. See that extra thickness? And when people talk about machine doubling versus a double die, this is really a good example. So see how this is fairly close to the same height. There may be a little bit of difference, but machine doubling is going to be really flat, and this is not. This is rounded. You see the extra thickness there in the G on that 1. It's not flat. It doesn't look like it was carved out with a knife, right? So that is the 73 Denver, and next up is the 74. So again, more impressive visually than the 72. So look at that S. I mean, it's just beautifully doubled. That R is really thick. Some in the 4, the split notching there on the 4. The E is really impressive, especially on coins that grade a little bit higher than this. But you got the split serifs on each of the 3 legs. You got it on the W. I mean, it's a really nice double die. But very, very common, which again hurts the value. So that 9, again, you see it's not shelf-like, it's not flat, it's extra thickness. You see the "In God We Trust" is extra thick. I mean, see that little cat's eye right there, a little bit in the O. And that will do it for part 1. So hope you enjoyed it. If you made it this long, thanks for watching. And if you didn't, you won't hear what I'm saying. But I have a good, I believe it's 20 other coins, and they'll be broken up into 2 sections. So I have some Homestead and Harper's Ferry double dies that I got slabbed. And I got some American women's quarters slabbed, and this will be broken up again. I'll split it up into 2 more videos, and that will be coming out shortly. So if you made it this long again, thanks for watching. If not, have a great day.